Richard.
Yes.
Just explain to me what your budget is and how you manage within your budget.
My budget at the moment is £10.50 PCM.
Okay.
I have one main account where everything goes in.
And how many different income streams do you have coming in?
I live off of high rate disability living allowance and high rate ESA at the moment. So they're my only two streams, the only money I see coming in. So I have my main account where it all goes in and all the direct debits go out. Then I have multiple other accounts. I think I've got about 12 of them in total, but I won't draw all that many circles.
How many? And what does that cost you to have?
Nothing extra. They're all individual savings accounts, but I name them so that I know where they are. So I have one for fuel. I have one for
car fuel.
Car fuel.
Yeah.
I have one for food. I have one for bills. Since my bills are all static, or mostly static, and essentially they all go down. I trip them over on each.
And you a regular amount every month.
And a regular amount because
you know more or less what the costs are going to be.
Yeah, mostly. I spend £75 a week on food. My bills are something like £350, give or take, because of the phone bills. Fuel, it depends if I'm going away, but on average I spend 150 quid a month on fuel. Rent
insurance and that sort of
insurance. I'm trying to think what else I've got written in. Savings. So anything that I don't end up spending goes in there and stays there.
And do you know how much you've got in that account?
At the moment, 3p.
Okay.
But you know what's in it.
I know what's in it. I know exactly what's in each account.
And you do this online?
Yes, it's all done via online banking.
And then how do you pay? So if you're going to the...
If I go to, say for example, I go to Garage, I think I'm going to spend £50 on fuel. I move £50 from there back to the main and use the only direct debit account to pay for the fuel.
Okay.
So it just gets transferred back over.
And this stops you overspending?
Yes, because then I know exactly where I'm spending what.
But it's quite time consuming.
Perhaps, but...
I mean, you've got time.
I've got a bit of time, and honestly, if I don't do it that way, then I'll just completely overspend and have no money by the second week of any month. And then have to start asking wonderful people who may or may not like me for loans and spending.
And do you pay those loans off?
Oh yes, absolutely, without fail.
And do you feel that if you wanted to be, or if you had to be, you could make more savings? Could you save up for a holiday?
With a year or so in pre-advance, yes. But I would only be saving, I don't know, £150 a month. Yeah. And most holidays, as I say, I want to go to the States, it's £2,500 on average.
And do you think this is a system that could be replicated for other people who struggle with that?
With enough benefits advice and advice generally, yes. Without a doubt.
Okay. Is there any other advice you think would be helpful for people who struggle to manage their budget?
I think people who struggle should, firstly need to ask for help. If you've got a problem, you should ask for help. That's all there is to it, truthfully. Yeah. The next bit is to actually go through with what it is you agree to do. Too many people I know sit there and go, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to take a little bit out of there and go and spend 50 quid on the town on a Saturday night.
Yeah. And might you have done that in your past, or is this something you've...
Oh, it's something I've seen. I don't drink for a reason.
Okay. But you've learnt how to manage your money better than you did?
Absolutely. Because I remember at the age of 16 I was given my first debit card. And I accrued £2,500 worth of charges on a bank account because I was being charged for charges.
Yeah. I think that's how most people learn, the very hard way.
Now, my bank was lovely to me and
They
negated
gave you time.
negated the entirety of it. Took away the debit card for 5 years and said, "Don't do it again. Naughty."
It is fair to say that Richard had been in hospital for a period previously to that, and it wasn't an easy period for you.
No, I'd spent a year in
hospital.
Not in good shape.
Not
Okay.
in very good shape at all.
Okay, well then that's irresponsible of the bank to give it to you in the first place. But you've learned. from
Well,
this
absolutely.
experience.
I learned, and my advice would personally be to go through with what you say you're going to do, and if you find things tough or tight, then go and speak to Citizens Advice. I know they're not open; they're only open in the mornings now, but lovely group of people. I've never had an issue with them. And if you have a mental health issue and you need to go to CAB, go and talk to mine first. They'll go with you. And that's all I have really to say.
And how long, just one question from me, how long have you been maintaining?
10 years? Out, give or take.
And we're planning a screen video as the how much have I got left budgeting thing you're working on.
Well, how much have I got at the moment?
Well, how much have I got left? It's the $1 million question everybody needs to know.
I have 250 quid and 50 quid of my own money.
50 quid of savings.
No, 50 quid in the main account. I went for a little break this weekend, so ran a bit over, but I'll get it back.
And do you do this on just bank accounts or spread? Do you use Excel or open source or anything like that?
No, I just do it on bank accounts. But I can do it. You can set it up on spreadsheets because if you have a bank account, then you know how much you're spending per month because you can just go and get a 3-month statement. I'm spending £70 on that, £50 on that. It goes onto a spreadsheet.
And you can see it online automatically straight away.
And sticking to it.
And just sticking with what you agree to do.
To yourself. To thyself be true.
And everybody else that is relying on you to
Support.
whether you have dependents or not. I use my money for friends and making sure they're all safe and well as myself.
Very useful. Thank you very
That's
much.
it.
Thank you for explaining it.
No, it's fine.
Thank you very much indeed.